Alright, day number 2 of Token Shaman. We won yesterday. Let's win again. Now we'll see what happens in between here. For the rest of the week, I might be doing something different. The tempo mage that isn't really a tempo mage by definition. I set some value out of each turn. Might play a day or two of that, or it might just come and go back to Ramp Druid, because that seems to be the main deck I'm playing these days. Part of me is like, well, I don't want to just bore everybody by playing the same deck all the time, and part of me is like, you know what, I've earned this because I went through hell trying to get things fixed for the podcast and the video recording this week. Against a hunter, I don't think Feral Spirit's a terrible keep against a hunter. We'll see if it's one of those more aggressive ones, or if it's just mid-range, or what's going on here, but starting with tracking. Well, I mean, we can coin out a Totem Golem, but then we only have 1 mana the following turn. Instead, now we can play back-to-back Totem Golems. Already that gives me pause. Weirdly enough, and maybe this is just my experience because I'm on the lower end of the ladder, but I've been seeing a lot more snipe recently. And snipe would be a sad thing to see when I play a Totem Golem. Alright, we'll go ahead and set this up. Yes, he can destroy them with the Eagle Horn, but that's okay. I also don't even mind seeing, like, Unleash the Hounds or something here. I mean, it's going to provoke some kind of response here. So he didn't even swing at one, huh? Okay. We'll hit there. Then we're going to try to go here. It's Burr Trap. Bear Trap, probably more likely the 2 there, but that's okay. So this would probably then be a Yogg Hunter. If we're seeing lock and load, that's about the only explanation here. Let's see. We have some options here. Sure wish we had a weapon. We only have one of those in the deck now, though, the Stormforged Axe, so it's kind of sad, really. Let's start with this. Problem is, I'd like to play a Flame Tongue Totem between them, but it just dies. It doesn't do anything fancy, so... I don't mind the other Totem Golem there, because we can always coin out the Fire Elemental if it's going to be favorable for us next turn. Okay. He is certainly flying through his deck. Hitting face is certainly interesting. I think we're just going to go ahead and coin out the Fire Elemental. I don't really see any reason to make any other play here. I mean, I guess we could Mana Tide and really start extending. Let's do that instead then. Okay. So you get that. Happy days are here to stay. And we'll just play out a Mana Tide Totem. We're only going to get 1 draw off of it, but that's fine. I don't know, Fire Elemental puts on more pressure there.
To my side.
The big burr. And he just does nothing. And we've drawn our Hex, which is good for us. I think we just take care of that real quick. Let's go ahead and proc something here. Yep. Yep. Get the bear out. Everything's good. Take care of the bear. I mean, yeah, he's got 4 charges on his weapon, but he also only has 2 cards in hand. Still 2 mana short of Yogg, even if he has it in hand, which, again, only 2 cards. But he has had 2 shots at it with tracking, so I'm assuming we're going to see it here pretty soon.
Truth is my shield.
Manatide Totem lives on. You know, Hex would be very aggressive here. I think it's probably the wrong choice, though. I think we're just going to hit here. See what we get from Hero Power. That's a pretty good one. Play this. And toss this guy out for later. Couple of Tunnel Trogs, and we have a decent activator for them in Feral Spirit. We'll see if we can draw anything else with Overload and really get things ramped up. One thing we have to be mindful of is we don't have a lot of healing in this deck, if any. So we can't afford to fall too far behind. I don't own any Healing Waves, that new card that is like 7 health and 14 if you win the joust. I don't have it. Yep. That's fine. Because it still costs 0, so it really means nothing to us. Let's put out one of these. So is this the turn we see Yogg? Because he doesn't really have anything else that's going to impact the board all that greatly. Even Unleash the Hounds doesn't really concern me all that much. So he has not drawn it yet. I see. Okay, well, we're going to need to get aggressive here, so...
Elements I like, totems I love.
Better draw something good off the top, otherwise, you're dead. It would pretty much have to be Yogg at this point, and it would have to be a very favorable Yogg, although he has played plenty of spells. And that's not it. So, we did it, everybody. Good job. We're not going to bad manners or anything like that. We're just going to kill him. So we could play all sorts of things and make this board much worse than it presently is. To me, I think it's a waste of time whether you're losing or winning. I mean, I'd rather just jump into another game and, you know, start working on quests or 3 wins for 10 gold or whatever than sit there and mess around. But, you know, other people have different opinions on that, and so they make the BM play. That's fine. So as mentioned, tomorrow we'll switch decks. We'll see what it is when the time comes.